Now, 2023 is the year of the water rabbit. What's in store for us this year?
Well, joining us to tell us more about that in the studio is none other than Feng Shui expert Marites. Alan, good morning and welcome back.
Good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's wonderful
great
to be
have you
back.
here.
It is. I mean, we always look forward to having you here on set. And of course, do go through the projections. I do understand that 1963 was actually the last time there was the year of the rabbit.
Yes, it was 1963, which is like 60 years ago.
So what was it like 60 years ago and then now?
Well, amazingly, 1963, there were some relevant, international, global events, and even the Philippine events. And while I was watching the news, I was waiting at the guest room.
Right.
That was also the year where the late Pope John Paul XII died,
Wow.
which is like coincidentally is happening with, parang the same time.
Maybe
as-
there are no coincidences, right?
Yeah, that's right. So, the late Pope died then. And then another one is we also have seen the installation of Philippine President Marcos Sr. as the Philippine Senate President at that time. We have also seen the passing on of the late Felix Manalo, the head of Iglesia ni Cristo. And then there were a group of Jamboree, kids who were flying into Greece, which sadly passed on during the flights. And then in terms of international creations, we have seen the volume, the drug volume was created in 1963.
Okay.
Look at that.
Yeah, and then the cassette tape where we used to.
Do you know the cassette tape?
I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
Yeah, it was created in 1963. So.
Look at that.
So that all happened in 1963.
Yeah.
Eh, paano naman ngayon?
Well, of course, it's way better. And then just to add to that, to relate to the present time, we have also seen the installation of, I believe it was the Miss Universe pageant. Miss Lisa Bennett won the 3rd place in the Miss Universe. So hopefully,
This year.
The cycle might repeat itself at this point.
Yes.
We are talking about cycles, no? When it comes to the cycle of 2023, what does the general sort of outlook look like? It's supposed to be, do I have it right, a slightly more sober year?
better. It's better. It's way better because the characteristics between the past tiger to a rabbit is way, like calmer, more sober, more peaceful.
Right.
I declare 2023 as the year of love. This is the year of moving on.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, so we can see that in terms of relationships, there's going to be a lot. This is a good year to be engaged.
There you go, my
We
friend,
know some people. We know some
friend.
people.
Yeah, to be married, to have babies. Rabbits makes a lot of babies.
That's right.
So we can see that there's going to be maybe an increase or, increase in the babies production.
Yeah.
And then it's going to go through until the year of the dragon because remember when it's the dragon year, the population increases. So between rabbit and dragon years, because next year is the year of the dragon and this year of the rabbit, so population normally increases.
There you go.
And we just have to be extra careful in terms of, mga anything to do with our heart, so less stress. So, eyesight.
So that's why, just keep falling in love and having babies. I mean, it's just less stress. But how about naman yung general sentiment for this year in terms for the Philippines? Yeah.
Yes, basically this is really a very good time. The
For us.
reason being is that, again, I like what you said, could it be a coincidence? But I was so excited to see that, the Philippines, if we have to take the birth chart of the Philippines was born on June 12, 1898. That is actually our, independence.
Right.
So I took that as our year of birth. It's the year of the dog. And do you know that the dog and rabbit are best friends?
There you go.
So it's a very good alliance
year
for
for
the
us.
year.
Here,
Yes,
it's a good
and
year for
then
us.
to add to that, our head of the country, the Philippine president and the vice president, are going through their wealth luck cycle. So naturally, when the leaders of the country is going through a good luck, so therefore it could also benefit
that's
the country.
good.
Trickle down
Everybody.
to everybody else. And when you say we're going to have a good year, what? We're going to have more jobs? I mean, what?
Yes, this is the year of the water rabbit. So I also would like to emphasize that the Philippines is blessed with over 7,000 islands. So why don't we develop the Philippine tourism in terms of focusing, maybe doing a lot of Philippine tourism. The
I like the
tourism,
sound of
yeah.
that.
Yeah, so it looks
right?
good, right?
So let's take a vacation. Let's inform our boss.
Even the agricultural sector,
Okay.
we are blessed with a lot of land. So instead of us bringing in imported goods, why not till our own lands?
Okay, so now it's
will
time to
even
take
bring-
care of the natural resources that we
Yes.
do have. Okay, are we going to get to the lucky signs?
No, yeah, in terms of very broad strokes,
Yes.
I realize that when we talk about animals and science and that sort of thing, we're really sort of putting that in the framework of more Chinese lunar
Yes.
practice.
Year,
But really for the upcoming year, are there any particular signs or lucky signs, unlucky signs? What should we be
In
on
general,
the lookout
yeah.
for?
Yes, there will always be, and then. But I always said, Feng Shui is here to guide us,
Yes.
right?
So there's no such thing as unlucky,
No,
diba?
it's supposed to be last year. My tiger year is supposed to be the day that I could pass on because
So happy you're here.
I'm celebrating. So I think one thing that we have to understand as well is we've gone through the worst time of our lives. We've come out from the COVID. So, we are all winners. Filipinos as we are, we have to wake up and sleep that, we have to really thank the above. So in terms of the lucky and unlucky signs, so we have the horse, which is going through the wealth luck for the year. That's why our Vice President Sara Duterte is a horse. Wealth for the horse. We also have the rooster, which will have the heaven's luck, meaning they are blessed with windfall. So the Philippine president is actually a rooster.
Yun,
So the
sana
more
all
he goes,
talaga.
so the more he goes out and get all these investments from abroad.
Yes, he's out now,
Yes,
right?
it's very good for him to keep traveling because it's his conflict year. So the more he goes out and get opportunities from abroad, it's going to be very good for the country.
Okay, speaking of conflict, as far as the geopolitical situation goes, do you see anything developing? Should we be wary about our neighbors?
Yeah, well, basically, this is a calmer year. So I believe that there's going to be more peaceful negotiations rather than arguments because it's going to hurt the rest of the world, right? The whole of Europe, for example, is
Yes.
in recession, or a lot of the countries in the world. But basically, the leaders now could think that, peaceful negotiations is better. So this is actually what is the year of the rabbit is posing as well. So basically, in terms
Like in
of
the Ukraine war, so we're hoping more peace there
yes,
as well.
more peace there. So in terms of the lucky signs, so we have the rooster,
The horse?
and apart from being rooster is the conflict for the year, but they have the windfall luck. The horse is the wealth luck. We have the sheep and monkey. We have the victory star, number one. The rat will have the so-called future prosperity
Pig.
star.
What about the pig?
The boar and the dog, you will continue to have money and good in career, but just have to be careful with your health. But the pig is the one of the best friends of the rabbit.
There you
You
go.
said,
Yes, so rabbit, sheep, and boar are allies
Take
and
advantage.
friends.
It seems
Take
like
advantage.
everybody will kind of be happy this year.
Yes, except for the rabbit, of course, this is your
Because
year,
it's
but
your year.
extremely careful with health. And then the dragon and snake has to be extra careful because they're going to be a bit of misunderstandings and arguments. So wear a
Okay.
lot of red, like what you're wearing.
Okay.
We make our own luck, don't we? I mean, you need to
Yes.
create that and you need to cultivate that. How can we attract better luck?
Better luck. So in 2023, of course, if you want money, you can activate the south corner of your home. South, if you want money, because that's where the wealth is.
Doesn't
How do we activate it?
Yes.
How do we, like,
If your house is facing south, so go and get your directions now. The lucky directions for 2023 to accumulate money and wealth and opportunities are actually in the south. We have it in the southwest, west, and north.
Okay.
So what you have to do is make use of that all the time. You put water fountain, make it very busy, have parties, have.
Do we all suddenly now add pet rabbits to our household?
Yes,
Is
You'll
that a good idea? What do
be,
you
you'll
think?
be surprised. Actually, the best to add is this is also a very good business, is the dog. Because the rabbit is the best friend of the dog.
there you go.
So if you are in your conflict year, the best thing for you to do is you keep moving, you keep traveling, or maybe have a pet dog because it will ease off the attack to you of the
Or
rabbit.
double your luck, travel with your dog.
So we do know that we have that part of the house that we need to enhance and continuously make it active and well used. How about other charms that we would like to have?
Yes. Well, basically, number one rule is they have to have their astrology signs. So we have all the almanacs and the planner. And now, Marites Allen, I'm very happy to announce
This
that we
is
have
so cool.
entered
There
the metaverse. So they
There.
can now actually collect and their books, and now they can now
Look at her, what she's-
scan it.
And what
then
happened?
after that, it's now going to, you now choose the animal sign that you are in. So there are 12 animal
Yes.
signs. So this is the golden zodiac. And then you can now actually choose your, and yes, and then it
Oh.
can now look like that.
Look.
See, look at
Cool,
that. So
cool.
earlier.
You tried
So
it out.
yes.
Super
Okay,
cool.
so we have this so we can, be guided.
It's guided every time. And then, of course, the almanac tells you the best time to get married, move house, renovate, and travel.
Okay,
Our
that's
good
for
friend-
Andre. Okay, he has
Andre,
that.
this is what you need. And then bonus for those who are born in the year of the horse. Do you know that this is the year, one time in every 9 years, that your wealth luck triples?
Ooh.
Yes, that is why the use of the planner is very good for everybody, because every day you can now see, even though your animal sign
There
is
you
not
go.
lucky, but every day to the use of the planner, this is what I call my daily almanac, you can now see what is your wealth luck for the day.
Okay.
So,
So that's Andre. He's here to make sure that he has
He
dibs on
called,
that.
he called dibs on that.
How about
Yes.
colors? I mean, bright colors. So what do we need to do?
well, the year lacks the element of metal, and metal is actually about, metal is like magnet. It's like affiliation, coordinations, networking. So I'm wearing white, gold, and silver
Okay.
are very good for the year.
Okay.
So this is good for the industry, but remember that it depends on what time and day we are born. We also have our own personal color.
So much to remember.
Ay, nako.
So much
You're
to
coming back, okay? We're gonna dibs you as well to
Yes.
be back here in the studio. It's always a pleasure to have you with us
My
once again,
pleasure.
Feng Shui expert Marites Allen.
Thank you.
Thank you.